In this lesson, we are going to learn about multiple choice, multiple answer question type. So first we will start with the interface part. Well, you are going to get one audio. Well, I can't say one you are going to get. You will listen, okay, to audio, and based on that audio, you have to answer. In this lesson, we are going to learn multiple choice, multiple answer question type. First, we will look at In this lesson, we are going to learn about multiple choice, multiple answer question type. So first of all, about interface part. You will listen to audio and then based on that audio, you have to answer the question. And here 2 options, 3 options could be correct and even 4 also. It depends. Okay. The number of questions, most of the time 1, very rarely 2. Then number of correct options, more than 1. It can be 2, it can be 3. Negative marking, yes. If you let's say select 1 correct, 1 incorrect option, you will get 1 minus 1, 0. If you select 2 correct and 1 incorrect, 2 minus 1, 1. If you select both incorrect, you are let's say selecting 2 incorrect. It's not like you will get 0. So, well, you will not get less than 0, you will get 0 only. Okay. Then about negative marking, yes, there is negative marking. Score can't be less than 0, but you will lose mark for incorrect option. Let's say if there are 2 correct and 1 incorrect options. You selected 2 correct and 1 incorrect. So you will get 2 minus 1, 1. You select both incorrect, you will get 0, not minus 2. Okay, you select 1 correct and 2 incorrect. So it's not like you will get minus 1, you will get 0. Okay. Then weightage of this question is low. This question contributes to listening module, and since weightage is low, so maximum marks are like 2 or 3. It depends. Okay. So do not focus too much on this question. And time, again, since weightage is less, so do not spend that much time here. Keep that in mind. Okay. The moment your audio is over, after that only 15 seconds or worst case 20 seconds, no, not more than that. Okay guys, because in any case you are going to get 1 mark here. I don't think like you will face problem in selecting 1 correct option. That is not going to happen. If you did not listen carefully, then you will get 0. Otherwise scoring 1 is very easy. Okay. Now coming on to some suggestions. The moment you get question, read it immediately, because you are getting just 5 seconds, 5 or 8 seconds only. After that audio will be played. So read the question immediately and think like what information you have to figure out from the audio. Then listen carefully. That is a very important suggestion, because if you are not listening carefully, you won't be able to find answer at all. Finding 1 correct option won't be difficult, and in the same way finding 1 incorrect option also won't be difficult. You have to use eliminate approach for that. And let's say if there are 5 options, you select you selected first incorrect and 1 correct. With these you are left with 3. Now probability of selecting correct or probability of eliminating incorrect ones is much more than the 5 options or 4 options. Finding 1 out of 4 or 5 is very difficult, but finding 1 correct out of 3, maybe out of 2, is very easy. Okay, this is again very important. If you are sure, then only select second option or third option. Otherwise it's okay if you are getting just 1 mark here. Now if you have selected 1 correct, you are sure about it, and you are not sure about second option, but you are still selecting it. So what will happen? If that is incorrect, so you will get 1 minus 1, 0. But in the first case, at least we were getting 1. Okay. And to figure out whether a particular option is the answer or not, focus on the keywords. The moment your audio is over, start reading the keywords from the remaining options. While listening the audio, you can easily figure out which one can be eliminated easily, which one is the answer. While listening the audio itself, we will figure out two, one correct and one incorrect. The moment audio is over, start reading the other remaining options. What keywords are there? Did they discuss those keywords or not? Okay, that's the only way to go for this particular question type. Okay guys, this is very important. While listening the audio, select one correct and rule out one incorrect. If you don't do, you will be in trouble. Okay, keep that in mind. And as I said earlier, no more than 10 to 15 seconds. Worst case 20, but go for 10 to 15. Okay guys, that's all. Now I am going to do some questions in front of you. Okay, just see like how I am finding the answers. Okay, and try to do the same thing when you are answering question either in mock test or in section wise test. Okay guys, so let's start our practice. So here we are with our first question. I will play the audio. So the question is like, what causes tsunami? The moon's gravity, heavy precipitation, undersea earthquakes, and movements of the ocean floor.
The term tidal wave is often inaccurately used for a tsunami. Tsunamis have nothing to do with the action of tides. A more accurate term is seismic sea wave. There has to be a disturbance of the Earth's crust to produce a tsunami. Large earthquakes with epicenters under or near the ocean are the cause of most tsunamis. Volcanic eruptions and undersea landslides are also responsible, but unless accompanied by movements of the ocean floor, their effects are usually localized. Possibly this was true about the eruption of Krakatoa in 1883. A tsunami was responsible for most of the deaths caused by Krakatoa, yet this tsunami did not sink any ships. It did wash away several coastal villages and kill more than 36,000 people. Tsunamis work in complex ways. Some pounce on coastal settlements like large breakers. Others produce a gentle wave that floats buildings off their foundations. But then a violent backwash may sweep buildings and people out to sea. The tsunami that wrecked Hilo, Hawaii in 1946 was so forceful it folded parking meters. It caused needless deaths when people returned to save their belongings and got caught between waves. The deeper the water, the lower the tsunami and the faster it moves. In the open ocean, it travels at about 700 kilometers per hour, but being sometimes no more than a meter in height, a tsunami often passes a ship unnoticed. This is what happened in 1896 during a catastrophic tsunami in Japan, which was the result of an undersea earthquake. Thousands of people were drowned on shore, while fishermen far out at sea didn't notice the waves passing beneath their boats. But when they went home, they found their villages destroyed.
Okay, so see here, these two were discussed at the very start. I think in first 30 seconds itself they discussed. They did not discuss at all about moon's gravity and heavy precipitation. Nothing was discussed. So I'm damn sure about third and fourth. Okay, no mention of these two. So the how many correct options are there? 2 only. If I select this one, my score could be 2 minus 1, 1. If I select all 4, it will be 0. If I select these 3, first 2 and this one, my score will be 1 minus 2 minus 1. No, it can't be less than 0, so it will be 0 only. Okay guys, let's jump on to our second one.
I hate to say it, but probably the best thing that could happen right now is a little consolidation, because one of the reasons that we have so many news sources out there is because up until recently, the local newspaper in everybody's town was the only newspaper they got, pretty much. Well, now, if you're consuming news online, then what's the difference between the local newspaper that I read in Kentucky versus the one that the guy reads in Dallas, or the one that somebody reads out in North Dakota? And it turns out that if you did a comparison, and I'm just making this figure up, but I'm going to guess that it's about 90% similar stuff. I mean, when you take out high school football scores, restaurant reviews, and local social gatherings, and you just have, like, regional and national stuff in there, you really can get that stuff from anywhere. And so I think what's happened is a lot of these newspapers and local TV stations don't realize that now they're all in direct competition with not only each other but the nationals as well.
Okay, so see, the national status, now I found this one as a correct one. What are the other options? The national status stations have taken over online media market. No, this was not discussed. Okay, have taken over. There are more media options. Yes, he said this one directly. He said there are more like sources or options, something like that. More advertising revenue comes from, they did not say like or they did not discuss the revenue part, so I can eliminate number 3. Okay, people care less about national news. Now they said something like national news. Let's say if you missed, like what was the sentence, they said something national news in a sentence, it was there. But if you don't know like what was the sentence, do not select. Now I'm sure I am getting 2, but I am doubtful about this one. If I select it, I will get 2 minus 1, 1. Now to get that extra 1 mark, I can lose or I am going to lose. If this is incorrect, I will be losing 1 extra. At least I am sure 2 are there. Now whether I am getting the third one or not, I am not bothered that much. Okay guys, keep this in mind. So only go with those options where like you are 100% sure, like these were there. Okay, then let's jump on to our third one. What is the statement? In the last one I made a mistake, I did not read all, that's why I faced problem. Which of the following statements are true? The smart fridge is an essential component of kitchen.
South Korea's LG Electronics is banking on its new smart fridge, becoming an essential component of kitchens around the world. The smart fridge is a technological marvel compared to fridges of the past. It boasts a food management system that maintains a list of the food it is storing. It also records the expiry dates of the foods and sends out an alert via Wi-Fi when that date has been reached. The information can be accessed via a smartphone by consumers as they shop in grocery stores, allowing them to make informed decisions about food purchases. LG adds that its fridge can also suggest healthy recipes based on what it knows is inside.
So see, it can tell users which foods are healthier. No, it discussed like healthy options, this one, that one, but not this one. It is able to make decisions about food purchases. No. Shopping was there, but it can decide for you. No. The smart fridge is an essential component of kitchens. Okay. Fridge is important, but smart? No. He did not say. It is technologically advanced. Yes. These fridges, they are advanced than in comparison with other. Yeah, they said like that, but the this was different. They said the same thing in a different way. It alerts user. Yes, expiry date was mentioned, they get alert, something like that. And then like they are, it can help or it can suggest something was there like about shopping. Okay, so these 3 are there. I can eliminate which one? Number 5. I can eliminate number 4. And here I may get confused. Smart fridge is an essential component. Fridge is, but not smart fridge. If you are doubtful and if you select these 4, I will get 3 minus 1, 2. If you are not sure, leave it. Still like there is chance I will get 3. Okay, I don't know whether first is correct or not. Okay. Now I am sure he only talked about fridge, not smart fridge. That was the statement. And if you are not careful, what will happen? You will miss that statement. Fridge has become an important component, something like that they said. But if you are not careful, you will be confused whether he said smart fridge or he said fridge. And if you are not careful, then what will happen? You will actually think okay, fridge and smart fridge are kind of same. Okay guys, so that's why I said at the very start, what be careful, listen carefully. Okay, now coming on to your fourth one.
A volcano is a vent in the earth which erupts when hot liquefied rock or magma moves to the earth's surface, pouring out as lava. The lava may flow out as a liquid, or it may explode from the vent as solid or liquid particles accompanied by superheated gases. Ash and cinders form a cone around the vent. There are several types of volcanoes. The most fluid magmas erupt quietly and flow from the vent to form gently sloping shield volcanoes. The name shield volcano comes from their resemblance to the shields of early Germanic warriors. The lava flows from shield volcanoes are usually only 1 to 10 meters thick, but may extend for great distances from the vent. The volcanoes of Hawaii and Iceland are typical volcanoes of this type. Cinder cone volcanoes are formed when magmas with high gas contents and high viscosity are blown high into the air during an eruption. The magma falls as volcanic bombs, which accumulate around the vent and form steep-sided cones. Calderas, large basin-like depressions, are formed when a violent eruption blows the top off of an existing cone, or when the center of a volcano collapses. One famous caldera covers much of Yellowstone National Park. 600,000 years ago, there was a huge volcanic explosion which devastated the landscape. At the center, there remained only a smoldering caldera, a collapsed crater more than 40 miles wide.
So there you do not need to do this what I did here. Audio is still going on and I am done with my answer. Common sense. In volcano, Yellowstone is an area, that's what she said. And she used this word twice, cones. It was in reference like, the shape of the lava or shape of the area from where lava is getting erupted, something like that. So this is eliminated, this is eliminated. Okay, let's say even if you miss whether they said liquefied rock or not, they said hot gas or not, go with common sense. Only these two definitely. Okay, these two definitely will be type of substances that erupt from volcanoes. You are not sure, okay, ice cone is a substance or not, you are not sure. Yellowstone is a substance or not sure. We know like gas will there, we know like molten material, molten rock is there. So to get one extra, if I select this one, I may get 2 minus 1. Okay, so that's why I said you will be able to find one, at least one correct. You will be able to eliminate at least one. I found 2 correct here very easily and I eliminated Yellowstone very easily. Yellowstone is an area. I heard cones like they resemble like a cone, but let's say if ice is written and let's say if I have missed some part where they may have discussed, I still should not select it. Why I should risk my 2 marks? Okay guys, so in this case these two are correct only. Now let's jump on to our next one. Okay, what animals did the Northwoods tribe hunt?
The men of the North Woods tribes were the hunters. The hunting season began in the fall and continued until midwinter. These expeditions frequently took the hunters away from the village for long periods of time. Moose, deer, beaver, bear, and elk were the animals sought. Large deer drives were common, and small animals were taken with snares or the bow and arrow.
Did the women ever go hunting with the men?
The women often accompanied their husbands on hunting parties. Their job was to take charge of the camps.
Do you mean they just cooked for the men? I thought the Native Americans had more of a system of equality.
Overall, men and women shared the labor. On hunting expeditions, women basically supported the men whose job was to procure the game. On the other hand, women controlled other realms of life. For example, women managed all of the agricultural operations. Also, a woman headed each clan, and these women were respected for their role as keepers of the clan.
Okay, so see, I think at the very start itself, in the first 15 seconds, they discussed it. Deer and moose. That's all. These two were not discussed at all. So that's all. These are correct. Okay. So that's how you have to attempt this question. Multiple choice, multiple answer. I hope you have got the idea. Now practice it as much as you can and then move on. Don't spend too much time on these questions. Okay, keep that in mind. Why we should not spend? Now this question will be of 2 marks. Let's one I am easily getting, and why I should spend 1 minute on this one, on this question, for that one extra mark. Now if you say 1 mark is enough, you guys, if you are short of 1 minute in write from dictation, you will be losing at least 15 to 20 marks. Okay, if one word is a 1.5 mark, one word, then if you miss, let's say 7-8 words because of time, you will be losing at least 12 or 13 marks. So which one is now better option, losing one here or losing 12 at the very end? Okay guys, so I hope you understood about multiple choice multiple answer question type. It is low scoring question. Weightage is just 1 or 2 marks only, and it contributes to only your listening module. Okay, rest you got the idea, like how we get this question in the exam. The only difference is like here I was clicking on the play, in the exam it will start on its own. Okay guys, so that's all. Thank you very much.